Water is the softest and most yielding substance, yet nothing is better than water for overcoming the hard and rigid, because nothing can compete with it. Lao Tzu.
Name straight, new wave. Name straight, new wave. Name straight, new wave. Name straight, new wave. Name straight, new wave.
It's a brand new season of CGL.
This is just an absolute treat. These players are so damn good.
The talent on these teams is undeniable. Everybody on every team right now is making plays.
It's going to be an exciting start to the season, and it'll just get better from here on out.
We're about to step to a whole new era of Overwatch esports. So much exciting action is happening here on CGL that you do not want to miss. Look who's starting it all off, it's Raven.
No one necessarily figure out what is the right way to go just yet.
What a nice roll through from Peyton. Just gonna solidify everything from Mythos.
does come back, and Arsario gets the mech, but I don't need a mech. I'll kill 4 anyway.
This is just a highlight reel for Arsario right now.
They're making a statement in the EU Masters here.
This patch is still incredibly fresh. There's so much to learn, so much to change about the way we play the game.
SKC, but the shatter is colossal.
Let's get it going.
Trades keep coming through. Lores is going to be able to find these shots true.
Idu on the overclock with 2.
Here comes the Nanoblade immediately to back that fine skills, slicing and dicing their way through 2, 3, so back and forth.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a new season of CGL. We're all the way into season 17. And on an already action-packed day of Overwatch, we're going to bring you some more here tonight. I'm here, Joker's Ransom. That's Megan Ninja as well, joining us for the first time as well as a CGL caster. And I'm already incredibly jealous of you by that Lego set in your background.
Well, listen, thank you. It took me a little bit to make, not too long, but you know, I am an avid Lego maker. But yeah, I'm super excited to be joining the CGL group sect, I guess. You know, the upper echelon, if you will. I'm pretty excited to get into this. This is going to be an exciting start of NA for CGL, and I mean, first CGL match. I mean, how can it go wrong? Is what I'm saying.
Right, and on a great day for Overwatch, right? We got so much news coming today, right?
Yeah.
5 new heroes coming in. I mean, goodness, Jetpack Cat. Goodness gracious, I'm so excited for that. But also so excited for the season of CGL. We won't be seeing those new heroes for a while. They'll be playable in week 3. Starting on Monday, February 16th. So do not worry, your pretty little heads, that we will not be seeing those new heroes too quickly into this competition. But we are starting off, and we still have a newish character in the game, which is currently really defining what we're seeing in Overwatch at the moment. Vendetta, a very, very strong character, and I'm excited to see if these two teams decide to bring that out today.
Yeah, Vendetta is one of those characters, in my personal opinion, who is either, you know, you have a team and you build a comp around her, or it's a character that you avoid like the plague and you ban out at every opportunity you can. I think there's no in between. It's just it's such a like diverse character, divisive, some would say.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of show matches for Overwatch World Cup recently, mainly with the Costa Rica, the Costa Rica roster, over on Grupo Senju, who is our LATAM partner for CGL, and they're looking really strong with that venture composition. And I'm excited to see some more going forward. Obviously, we have to start somewhere, and we're getting things started quite soon, but we have our first map because, well, with every first map, it is already selected for us this evening, as we are going to be starting out on Oasis.
Oasis is an interesting starter one. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not your typical control that you are normally on. Normally you'll see like an Ilios, maybe a Lijiang Tower, Busan if you're feeling, you know, a little interesting. But Oasis is something that I haven't seen been picked all too much, even though, you know, this is my first day on the job. But I don't know, man. I don't know what these compositions are going to be cooking up here. Maybe it'll be the same that you normally see in terms of what the meta is right now, but we'll have to see what they're cooking on Oasis.
You know, I was just saying that to another caster, right? What happened to Busan, man? Right? It used to be,
you know,
it used to be the big 3 of control maps, right? And well, now just no one thinks about it anymore. And I think it just has to do with how tight the map is in general. But then we don't need to worry about Busan. Busan's week 3. So we're first talking about this map. We're talking about Oasis, and we're talking about Odyssey Hyperion, as they have the first ban of the NA season.
Yeah, I do think we have those bans out. If I'm correct. I think I'm gonna think that you maybe look at like a DPS. Maybe we can see automatically if Odyssey is going to be playing that Vendetta if that character gets banned out immediately. Especially also Oasis, you could ban out maybe like a Diva, a Winston. You know, get rid of those high ground pressures. Oh,
Lucio,
interesting.
yeah, Lucio being banned, right? That means you're gonna have to be going into the Kiriko or a Juno, I would expect, for speed. Then from there, well, that's the interesting point, right? Still, Wu Yang's available as well. Very, very prevalent support hero in the current state of things. And we'll see what AMP want to match with this upcoming ban, deciding. And that'll really decide where we're going to be seeing these compositions go towards.
Yeah, definitely an interesting choice to ban out the Lucio. It does kind of force your comp to play in a different way. You know, Kiri Lucio is such a common backline right now that, you know, it kind of forces some differences. But, oh, APM is going to be banning Orisa there. So that's going to be quite interesting to see. Maybe, you know, Orisa is such a good character when it comes to, you know, stopping and halting people in their place. And so definitely interesting to see that ban come through. But we'll have to see what happens in terms of what comps they're cooking up here.
Yeah, we'll have to see, right? Orisa is kind of the jack of all trades tank, so it makes sense kind of to get get that out of the way early on and see how these teams look a little bit more on these other tanks that maybe aren't as comfortable on.
Yeah, I think with an Orisa ban in place, I mean, it doesn't really do too much in terms of like what the meta is right now, I'll say. I think that Zarya is in a really strong spot right now. Ram definitely. There's talks of Sigma, but I'm not completely on that train just yet. Definitely could run a Diva. Diva is an incredibly strong character. But I don't know. We'll have to see the comps that are being cooked up by these teams. I mean, I'm interested to see what their thought process is.
I do really like that Zarya shout. I really like it with Adventure or Vendetta as well, right? Kind of brings me back to the old school days of double bubble, right? With or just any dive meta with a Zarya in the tank role, right? You dive in, get that bubble onto your Vendetta, anyone in general really, and you get so much charge. As we look at APM Defiants here as Carrot and Cake on the DPS line. Guy the Dude manning the tank role, and Ariel and Ozzy rounding out the support line. And if ever there was a tank player, Guy the Dude is definitely the name of one.
I do gotta say, I do love that name, but APM Defiant, I mean, this is a 5-man roster. No substitutes available for them. It's these 5 and it's nothing else. So this core has to be so strong together because there's no other choices for them. So, you know, if something gets banned out that they prefer, they're gonna have to adapt to it. You know, this is a hypothetical, of course, but let's say that Cake is a Widow one trick. Obviously not the case, but if they ban out the Widowmaker, you know, what is Cake going to do in that situation? And that's like, that might be a problem with having this 5-man roster. We'll have to see if maybe they can focus out those bans on the side of Odyssey Hyperion.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you there, right? It is kind of hard to, especially since of how long the CGL season is as well, only having 5 team players on their roster. But that's not going to matter at the moment, as we're going to take a look here now at Odyssey, as we got Sugoi Nexus and the DPS with Burt Field there, Baba Yetsu on the tank role, and then Venom and Pancake rounding out that support line for them.
Yeah, this is definitely a team that is more full than the APM Defiants. They have more substitutes in their back pockets. I think a couple of substitutes are in right now. I'm a little curious about what the reasoning behind that is. Maybe it's, you know, some preferences on certain characters or heroes. And maybe it's an Oasis thing. You know, maybe they have a specific comp they have on Oasis that requires a certain lineup. You know, I'm theorizing a lot here, but Oasis is definitely an interesting one. I can't preface that. I can't stress that enough. So, you know, it definitely could go the way of either, just depending on how, you know, both of these teams' comp building has gone for them.
Yeah, and that kind of also brings back to that Orisa ban, right? It's a really big ban, especially if we don't go to City Center, right? As I mean, that Orisa is really a good shout on the other two sub variants on University, and this one here as well. So we're gonna see what these two teams are going to be playing now as well. We're loading into the game, and obviously there is still time for these compositions to level out.
I am very interested about the composition being cooked up by Odyssey. I think it is a very classic Rhine composition, but with a Lucio ban out, that is definitely going to put a crack into the things. I don't know though. This is definitely going to be an interesting start. APM Defiance on a more normal comp that I'm used to seeing. The Juno Brig is definitely a backline of choice. Not having that Kiriko is definitely interesting, but we'll have to see how they approach this, as they're both going to take this high ground.
Yeah, I like this opportunity, this change from Ariel to come in with the Juno as well to get that speed boost back in to the thick of it here. But right now, Bertfield already went into the backline, but Ariel is going to be the one to fall down. Guy the dude down as well as Sugoi. Nexus already dealing the damage with this Bastion, but change comes back. 2 picks come in from APM Defiant, and they are going to start the hold here on point 1.
Yeah, really quick and clean fight from Odyssey Hyperion. I mean, that Bastion was able to apply so much pressure onto them, and they just weren't able to get off that high ground in time, and it just allowed the rest of Odyssey to just kind of push on in and decide, hey, let's kill these guys, and it allows them to get some meterage on or percentage on the board.
Yes, now we're going to look to go in yet again. The Cake on the Venture here is an interesting adaptation as well. We'll see how that works for APM to start us off, right, as they're going to look to start us in. They do get a pick. They take Bertfield out, but is it going to be enough? Nexus finding Carrot is going to be a huge pick as well. Still holding this door very well is Odyssey Hyperion at the moment, but another pick comes through their way, finding that opening now for Odyssey Hyperion. Ozzy's fallen down. You're going to look to try to hold on yet again. In the back line goes Cake, looking to turn the tide. They got Tectonic Shock available, artillery configuration out, and Ariel down. And another pick comes through from Hyperion as they're going to look to hold on yet again.
Wow, Nexus with a 4K, beautiful ult usage there to isolate and kill that El Juno. And now, you know, I'm looking at the ult charges for both these teams, and Odyssey Hyperion have 4 in the back pocket, and it's 73%. So what they could try to do is try to force out some of these ults from APM, and then re-engage with, you know, just too much pressure, too much force. APM Defiant really only have 3 available, building up to the last 2, but you have to make sure to use them pretty sparingly, or else, you know, this could become a problem for APM Defiant in terms of holding. Oh, but a Pulse Bomb kill is going to shut that down really quickly, and it's already a 4v5.
Yeah, great opening here. Shatter comes through. Cake, though, with 2 with the Tectonic Shock, dropping down a few here. Is Bobby yet to, though? So they still have an opportunity, does Odyssey Hyperion, but Cake is come alive, and that is not a lie at all, as APM Defiants have come back at the brink, taking back this point.
Yeah, really good play from APM Defiant there. Despite losing Carrot really early on in that fight, they only had to commit the Venture ult for it. That is definitely a trade that they'll have and they'll be willing to accept. Now they have 4 ults in their back pocket as they get this percentage going. And Odyssey Hyperion did actually pop 2 ults there to lose the objective. So now they're the ones on the back foot. Let's see if their support ults can try to get something done. But I mean, with a window and a Lariel, it's going to be hard to have some side of survivability. You know, the Ray can be so useful if everybody's so low, and you don't have that on the side of Odyssey Hyperion.
Do like the Captive Sun, though, could be the damage that is necessary to get back into the fight here if you're Hyperion. But they've already looked to start us off. They're rotating around. Venom's healing pylon no longer available. Now they come through, and there's a pick coming in. Annihilation out from Guy the Dude. Bosik is down. Captive Sun is out as well, but it's not going to matter. At least it seems. No, maybe not. Bertfield in the back line finds out 2. 2. They might finish it here and now as a guy, the dude, the last one left, and they're going to get taken down by the grenade, and that should flip back to Odyssey Hyperion as overtime starts ticking away. There's gonna be some last second touches, but I don't know how long you're gonna be able to touch for as they've got so low. They do get Ray out on the point though, so there's still an opportunity. Ariel trying to stay alive, found out by Nexus. Nexus with another kill. It should be all she wrote with a shatter connecting, taking down Guy the Dude, and that is that. Round 1 goes to Odyssey Hyperion.
Yeah, what a scrappy last fight that was. I mean, APM Defiant used a lot of ults, and I thought that they were going to win the fight, but like the overclock gets absolutely nothing done. The Ray doesn't get used at all. I didn't even see the rally in general, so I'm kind of confused as to what was going on the side of APM Defiant. But we'll have to see, if they can, rally back together and maybe do some comp changes. Maybe swap off, this backline. Maybe go for a Kiriko. Maybe there's a world in which you pop a Wu Yang. Maybe there's definitely options that are available to APM Defiant. We'll have to see if they do any changes or if they're just gonna run the same comp. And I think that comp actually is losing to Odyssey's comp in terms of this sub map. So I feel like something has to change for APM, but we'll have to see how they play it.
It's unfortunate. Bochik did not get into the Symmetra teleporter, so they aren't currently really with the team. So it's not going to, and still they're going to get that forward aggression and get that forward presence that you really want with this Reinhardt composition. But Guy the Dude finding Bertfield out already. Now you can go aggro if you are APM Defiance, as you've now got that nuisance out of your backline. You're still going to try to hold on here as you do get first capture of the second point here on Oasis, but is it going to be enough? Bochik coming back, taking down Ariel, and another pick comes through, but Cake on this venture, just doing great work. It is going to be smushed into a wall there, and Odyssey Hyperion are going to be able to take back the point.
Ali, that was so much damage being applied by the Reinhardt. Gets the pin kill, swings relentlessly on the Ramatra, and I mean, look at the ult charge already for the Rein. It's going to be a fat shatter incoming, and APM Defiant don't have anything for it. They're just going to have to pray and block and hope to God that they live this encounter, because, man, this shatter is early. They don't suspect it, and they could be playing right into the hands of Odyssey.
Yeah, this is good. Could be a huge one, like you said. But we'll see if that's going to be the case. As now already Bertfield's found out Carrot. Ariel down yet again. This is already looking like an Odyssey victory, and you do invest that shatter into it, and you find a couple two down. Team kill comes through, and Odyssey Hyperion are sitting pretty.
Yeah, a really good play there from Bertfield also, drawing that Sojourn away and forcing the rest of the team to turn, allowing you to get that shatter off with really no resistance. And now APM Defiant going to be in I mean, they have some ults, but Odyssey Hyperion are also still doing fine in terms of the ult economy. They have 4 ults, and they're only missing, what, shatter that you can gain in like 2, I mean, 1 fight, honestly, if it's Baba. So we'll have to see how, oh, nice pulse bomb kill onto Ozzy. Beautiful stuff, and that's going to be a 4v5, and I don't even think APM can even contest this, but they're going to try.
They're going to try, but it's going to be in vain. Cake already down, Baba yet to as well, finding 2, and now they've already set themselves up for last fight territory here, and, I'm not a betting man, Mega, but if I was, I'd be thinking APM banning out the Tracer next round.
I do think that might be an option. Maybe the Bastion. I know the Bastion's been getting a lot of picks, especially on that first round. But 93%, you have a couple ults. This is going to be a kind of scrappy one. But let's see if APM decide to go first with their ults. Looks like the Bastion ult's going to come out first. Try to connect on anybody. And there's the window onto the high ground. I don't know about this. Cake 1.
Cake finding 1 with the tectonic shocks, big, but Bertfield still alive in the back line, finding out 2 with the back smack, looking to finish it up here. You've almost got your annihilation on point as well. Can you survive long enough? Bertfield finally down, annihilation ready to go. Do you invest it? You've got the numbers, but you don't have anyone left any longer. Shattered into the wall. Now you have to use the annihilation. Immortality field saving the life of Baba Yetsu for the moment. Point flips back over here now, but Odyssey Hyperion have the numbers yet again. There is the Ray coming in, as that should seal us yet again, with Odyssey Hyperion holding strong and holding it out on Oasis, taking map number 1.
Beautiful plays there from Odyssey. You know, I was like, okay, we lost one, we're gonna have to back up here, but Odyssey, they don't back down from a fight. They decide that they're gonna commit their ults and try to win it out. They don't want to play any more Oasis. They're tired of Oasis, so they decide to pop their ults, try to stabilize a little bit, and they managed to do it. I'm pretty impressed with what I saw out of Odyssey, and yeah, I think you definitely need to go back to the drawing board if you are APM Defiants. You know, there's something that has to change, whether it's compositionally, whether it's what happens in the ban phase. And now you have an option about where to go in terms of map, and so now you got to think about, you know, where can we take this team and maybe play towards their weaknesses.
One thing that wasn't really a weak point, and I will definitely give them their flowers, was Cake's performance on the Venture through that first map, and that's something definitely that we could see, you know, be a starting point for APM Defiants going into this next map, right? That is definitely something we could be seeing, and obviously we have, I believe it's just any choice from here on out, right? So that's a big deal for APM Defiants. You have the opportunity to go to the next maps, right? And you get to pick the map and the mode, right? So that's a huge advantage going into map number 2, right? But somewhere that can be playing the Venture is probably what you'd expect to see here, Mega Ninja.
Yeah, definitely that Venture, but something that is interesting that maybe needs to be explored for APM is the fact that Vendetta was not touched at all. Wasn't banned, wasn't played. I don't know if that means neither team has a Vendetta player, or if that means they're, you know, maybe shook a gentleman's agreement about not playing that character, because I mean that character is incredibly strong. But yeah, I mean, your map pick here, there's so many options, but it's going to be so critical for APM to decide where to go, because they need to play towards their composition strengths and Odyssey's weaknesses as a team. But yeah, shout out to Cake. I mean, he did so much on the Venture. So we're going to have to see, like, what is the next move for APM? You know, where are you to go? What do you ban first? You know, do you ban out the Bastion? Do you ban out the Tracer? I mean, these are all questions that I'm asking APM right now, and hopefully they have the answers if they want to make it, you know, a close series.
Yeah, we'll have to see, right, as we're still just waiting to see what the decision making or the decision will be, as it looks like we do have it just as I was speaking. And interestingly enough, this is a really telling map choice. It's going to be Watchpoint Gibraltar, and if it's Watchpoint Gibraltar, we're going to be seeing some dive.
Yeah, Watchpoint Gibraltar might play a little bit against it might be playing a little bit against that Rhine composition that Odyssey is running. Definitely, you know, I mean, you can't really do anything, especially if they ban out the Symmetra. If you ban out the Symmetra also going to Watchpoint, it pretty much negates the strategy. You can't really run the Reinhardt comp on that. Maybe that's something that they have to do, but we'll have to see what the bans are. I'm interested to see if APM is thinking like I'm thinking, and they'll be banning out the Symmetra, making sure that Rhine and that Bastion can't teleport wherever they please. And Odyssey, your oyster is a little bit more worldly in terms of what you can ban out, because so many things are good on Watchpoint. There's such a normal composition. You run the Winston, you run on a Brig backline. So maybe you ban out the Brig, maybe you ban out the Winston, maybe you ban out a Diva. You know, there's so many more options for Odyssey. But APM, if they can tell what Odyssey is going to play, I think the choice is pretty clear.
Yeah, obviously. Well, we'll see, depending on the bans, right? As coming in, it is going to be the first ban is also awarded to the loser of the previous map as well. So We'll see if they decide to ban first or pick sides. I believe is what the rules are. So I'd assume you ban first here if you're APM Defiants, just because you don't really want to face either. You probably don't want to face that Tracer going into this map.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my theory about banning the Symmetra. They could change that though. Maybe it's a Reinhardt ban. Maybe it's a Bastion ban. I mean, you can look at the comp that they were running last time and try to pick one of those characters, or you can do it in anticipation for Watchpoint. My money is on Symmetra. That bang!
Wow.
Bang, what do I know? Oh my days, I'm just the greatest. What do you know? And now it's Hyperion's turn. There's a lot of options in terms of tank and support. You ban out the Ana, the Brig, the Winston, the D.Va. You know, there's so many more options for Odyssey. You know, we don't really know what APM's going to play here. And so that's kind of a challenge for Odyssey to kind of narrow that down.
And I will say, we normally do get what the bans are. Mega Ninja did that without seeing what the bans are, because we have not gotten that in our match chat yet. So that is a time to say he has big brained. So and then we go into this next ban, and it is going to be an Ana ban. Interesting. And
yeah, that is definitely going to shut down those dive compositions. Not fully, but yeah, an Ana ban is going to definitely, you know, maybe stop that Winston from being played. Ana and Winston is like peanut butter and jelly, bread and butter. It's just like that classic combination. So getting rid of that Ana kind of limits the options of dive tanks that you can play. And also in terms of like what your backline is. But I mean, yeah, I can see why CGL picked this guy up. Of course, I call this a Symmetra ban. I might be the greatest. But no, I mean, it's definitely what I was thinking. And Odyssey, we'll have to see how they play now that their composition has kind of been shut down. Maybe they have a workaround that I'm not even knowing. You know, maybe the Ana ban is like it forces APM to do something weird. We'll just have to find out. I'm quite interested to see what these teams come up with now that the Symmetra is banned and so is the Ana.
Could bring in the Wu Yang, perhaps.
Could. There's a world in which you just run Kiri Lucio with a Winston. That is something that has definitely been run before and is not uncommon. Maybe you could run a Brig with a BAP, maybe, and you play like a D.Va comp. That one feels weird though. I don't know. Like Watchpoint Gibraltar is such a set in stone kind of map that banning out the Ana makes your backline so weird no matter what. Maybe you run a Juno. Maybe you run a Brig with a Juno. Brig Wu Yang. There's options available to you. The world is their oyster yet again, and so we'll have to see. We'll have to see what the options are, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think, you know, that Brig, good shout. We could see that. I think it would have been more likely though if the Ana wasn't banned, because usually Brig is viewed as that protector of the Ana. Is now you were right. Going to in fact be Kiriko Lucio for APM Defiants here. Interestingly though, Odyssey Hyperion are going to be bringing out the Brig on their side in replacement of that Lucio. Baba Yetsu though, going on the Hazard was not something I was expecting.
Yeah, definitely one of the more interesting tanks in terms of what you want to play. Normally it's a Winston, normally it's a D.Va. Hazard has seen play on this, but since a couple of the nerfs, it's been a little bit more difficult for them to run. Of course, you're going to be running the Tracer, obviously. You need somebody to be marking the objective and staying on it at all times. And then these mirroring ashes, I mean, hitscan is such a critical part in Watchpoint. Maybe you run a Widow, maybe you run a Soj. So we'll have to see, you know, who can, you know, get more picks and dive better, I guess.
Ooh, and Texas already found a shot onto Carrot there. Now into the dive goes Baba Yetsu. Guy, the dude, though, is going to take out Venom, but they are so very low, and they are not going to be able to get away from Burtfield and Baba Yetsu. Kick, though, in the back line. Going to take down Burt in the end, but it still looks like Odyssey Hyperion have the advantage at the moment.
Yeah, really good start here from Odyssey. They are going to get up it underneath Car Wash, underneath that like bridge area. For those who don't know, this Winston's going to be looking at this hazard on this high ground. But I mean, there's not really much to talk about in terms of ult charge on the side of APM. They don't really have anything. They're 17 to Bob. I mean, congratulations, you have a consolation trophy. And this Winston's going to be pushed out just a little bit, jumping onto this backline. But they actually didn't. They forgot to touch. They just forgot to touch. That's awkward.
You know, right? It's the first season, right? There's jitters, right? This could be their first. There could be their first time on stream. We won't hold it against them. Now, if you do it again,
then we have a problem.
Then we might have a problem. But everyone gets one free. Everyone gets one free C9.
Everybody gets one free C9. It's like that Family Guy clip where it doesn't matter. Winston's going to be driving on top of the space. You might know what I'm talking about, but this Winston's going to be jumping on top of this spaceship here. I mean, Odyssey's just going to keep up this pressure and keep this objective moving. It hasn't been stopped at all, and there's a downpour, huge ultimate, and I'm not liking what I'm seeing, honestly. This is looking rough for APM.
It really is. It really is. As Bobby Yetu and then Ko Sugo next has found a couple. There's another headshot kill coming in from them. And they're looking to keep going forward here as Odyssey Hyperion are just all gas, no brakes right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're about to, 5 minutes and 48 seconds into this clock, and they're still getting picks. This Lucio... God, I was worried about that. Okay, the Lucio still dies. Never mind. Maybe this Nexus guy is the greatest hit. Is this Ons? Is this Ons? Have we checked if this guy's Ons yet? But he's doing so much. There's another kill. I mean, what the heck? Cake pops the pulse bomb, not able to find anything. And okay. This guy's actually just killing the entire lobby. This is disgusting. The Diva swap coming through, but you have this rush. You have your support ults on from the side of APM. I mean, I don't know, man. There's 5 minutes left, and they're rounding the last corner.
Yeah, this is just not where you want to be if you're APM Defiants. This is where you need to stake your claim, though. You've got the Kitsune Rush, but you lose Aerial right after you pop it. You've got Sound Barrier as well. Can you keep the hold going? But it looks like you're going to get the DMAC on the dude as well. Bob coming out, cleaning up house here, and it looks all but over for APM Defiants as Odyssey Hyperion are just on a different level right now. Mega, this is all but over. There's a downpour available for them. Are they going to need it? Are they going to use it? Sound barrier coming out from Ozzy. Downpour now out and is going to lock up the dude on the point. They are going to get taken out of mech with that Kitsune Rush coming through as well, looking to clean house, and they do indeed, as that is a huge attack round for Odyssey Hyperion.
Good God, okay. Can I be honest with you, Joker? I was coming into this and I was worried. I was very worried. I don't really know how to play off of each other. I don't really know. I've never casted here before. But after watching this map and after understanding that sometimes play-by-play and color kind of mesh together because there weren't really any real fights, unfortunately. Yep. I think Odyssey just kind of got sorry, not Odyssey. APM got steamrolled the entire time. I don't think they actually got a real team fight in second point entirely. They just got absolutely steamrolled completely all the way through. And there's 4 minutes and 17 seconds is a massive time bank for Watchpoint Gibraltar. APM Defiant, they've got to change something in order to get something even remotely started. The car doesn't even have an engine in it, but we need to find the engine first. I don't know. I really don't know. This is an uphill battle if I've ever seen one. But maybe they can surprise me. Yeah,
we'll have to see, right? Ozzy making a swap over to the Brig now is definitely something, right? I don't know if it's going to be the answer that they need, but it is an adaptation. And you just can't just keep going at the same thing over and over again. That's called without and expecting a change without going in or something going insane, something like that.
You do the same thing over and over again. It's the definition of insanity.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I'm picking what you're putting down.
Okay. At least my color caster's got me, guys. If anyone's got me, I know my color caster can figure out my ramblings. we go into this next fight, right? I mean, you kind of just have to take Segoy Nexus out immediately, and I'm surprised that that is just not the. And it looks like they're doing protect the president pretty much at this moment, with both supports just around Segoy Nexus, just trying to keep them alive from the diving Winston. Carrot can't really even peek out without being spotted in the sight lines.
Yeah, I mean, it is just, oh my gosh. No, please don't kill Carrot here. Okay, it looks like they're going to be able to live. But yeah, it is definitely a compositional thing in case of the hazard in the Tracer are so good at sustainability and survivability that you can kind of just have your Brig and your BAP just sit with your Ashe and just have them shoot people. Birdfield is going to be looking at this low ground now, trying to contest this Tracer, make sure this cart isn't getting pushed anymore. But I mean, even if it gets underneath car washed, you know, there's questions about like nobody's actually died yet, and so now this is the problem of how do you get something done? And I mean, there's the Tracer or the Kiriko getting taken out, and that's a bad opening pick for APM. And there goes Guy. I don't know.
They're just all trying to kill Segoy Nexus, just ignoring the rest of their team, and that's just not working out for them right now.
Yeah, maybe you could send your Tracer underneath and try to force point a little bit, force somebody else to peel off, and try to win the Tracer 1v1. But I mean, man, there's already 2 minutes left in this round. You don't have ultimates. Guy's gonna swap over to the hazard and reset the charge. I don't know.
I mean, to be honest, the Winston really wasn't doing as nearly enough disruption as you would want. So maybe swapping over to the hazard for a little bit more survivability could be the answer that they're looking for. But the first things first, you need to find a pick. And that's not what we're seeing quite just yet. Ariel finally having this Kitsune Rush available could be the go sign that APM Defiants desperately need as the dive coming in. Bashed away, though, as they're going to come through. Now there's the Kitsune Rush on the point, but Ariel dead yet again on arrival. So now they're going to see Rally out from Ozzy trying to stabilize. Cake does come through, getting rid of the immortality field, but is it going to be enough? You've already lost them as well. As now you're going to try to keep it flowing. As, oh no, Segoy Nexus yet again finding another kill in this fight. Make it to Venom finding out Carrot, and it's down under a minute.
Okay, I'm new here. You know, I think I've said that enough. Are we allowed to show this on stream? This is a massacre. This is, I mean, they pop both support ults and the pulse bomb to lose the engagement. Now you have 45 seconds left. There's a Bob on both sides. You have the immortality and a downfield, but APM just have their Bob. What do you do here? You just match the Bobs and you just hit a bad downpour if you're the side of Odyssey. I really don't know how APM can win this fight.
I don't either, and we'll have to find out, right? As they need something, and I don't know if they have it in their back pocket right now. As it's all really up to Guy the Dude to be the force of disruption. They've got the Ashe on or the Bob on point as well. That's just over. That
is unfortunate. The Bob comes out and they do get a person on the objective, but there's a downpour right onto the Brig. It doesn't connect, but it doesn't matter. Oh, days. Oh, goodness. This is a problem now. The downpour is going to be able to connect onto a couple, but there's a little bit of a touch from Cake, but they're going to be taken down next up.
Yeah.
And that's just going to be map 2, going the way of Odyssey in a dominant fashion.
Very good stuff. Very good stuff indeed from Odyssey Hyperion on to match point in a very, very convincing manner.
I mean, somebody check this Nexus's guy's PC. I mean, I don't think he missed. I don't think look at those Bobs shooting at each other. That's so funny. What a weird interaction that is sometimes, you know? But, you know, definitely something that has to be talked about is what do we... Now APM, they thought they dealt with the Rhine comp. They were like, okay, these guys are running Rhine, Sim, Bastion. So let's ban out the Sim and go to Gibby, the dive map. See, that didn't work. You got beat down even worse. So now we have a bigger problem. What do you do now? Because now there's no real clear direction. They beat you in the hazard mirror. They beat you when they're running Rhine. I mean, APM's got to do something here, but I do not know what it is.
I think it's either Flashpoint or Push would be the ideal scenario for them to go to, just because of how up in the air those maps can be, especially Flashpoint. Other than that, I don't really know, right? I mean, if you go to Push and you get an early lead, that's something to look at, but you can't bank on that with the performance on the other two maps, right? So if I'm going anywhere, I'm going Flashpoint if I'm APM Defiants.
You know, maybe there's a world in which you go like Servasa and you try to do some like maze strategies. I really am just grasping at straws here. I mean, you can't go escort. You could try to go for like a push gimmick play. Before I had everything figured out, right? You talked about how intelligent I was and how attractive I looked. And you know, I had everything in mind. They're going to ban the sim. They're going to play on Watchpoint. They're going to ban the on and return. I have no idea now. I have no clue where APM is going to take us. I don't know what the ban's going to look like. I don't even know what Odyssey is going to run at this point. Because I thought they were just, maybe this is a team that's just a one-trick Reinhardt team. But clearly that's not right. Nope. Clearly that's incorrect. So it's all up in the air right now, in my opinion. And I'm the analyst. I have no idea. So I don't know, man. This is a problem for Odyssey.
It definitely is, and we'll see what AMP Defiants really want to do, right? We've already. I'm just gonna keep saying. I think it has to be Flashpoint. It is the most up in the air game mode. Oh, so it's just not going. It's just not gonna be a Flashpoint. It's gonna be King's Row. Is what it would. I mean,
you know, if I was to pick a map, I don't think I would have gone Kings.
I would not either. The home of Reinhardt, absolutely not. Now, I can see it from APM Defiance perspective, right? It might be their favorite map. It might be their best map. But the problem with King's Row, right, is it's usually everyone's favorite map, and it usually is everyone's best map. So, and especially the way we saw Odyssey Hyperion play Brawl earlier, I mean, it's going to take a lot for AMP Defiance to overcome this deficit on this map.
Yeah, it is a daunting task in front of them. APM have to put up a legacy performance to start a reverse sweep. I mean, it has to be something insane to be done from APM in order to even take a map right now with how dominant Odyssey is looking. I mean, at the end of that Gib game, they didn't cap first, and they got the entirety of the attack round ended in, I think, less time than the time that they had remaining, genuinely. So I'm not sure what you do. I really don't know. But we're going to Kings, the home of Reinhardt, the Scrims Row, and I don't know if that's where maybe you mirror the Rhine. Maybe you mirror the Rhine just to feel something. I'm not sure.
Don't talk to me until I've had my fat shatter.
I'm gonna flats pog. I'm gonna flats pog right on time. It'd be kind of fun to watch a Rhine mirror, but I don't know. This is a problem. I mean, there are definitely parts and components of APM Defiant that I think are really talented. I think Cake is doing an incredible job on this Plex TPS. I think individually, all these players are playing really well. Unfortunately, I just think Odyssey just have it down. They just have it down more.
Yeah, I think you've hit the nail on the head, right? This team looks a lot more crisp and clean. They look like they've played together for a while now. And it still looks like APM Defiance are trying to iron out the kinks in their team play. And hopefully, maybe we see some breakthroughs on this final map here. Okay, I won't say it's the final map because They still have to win the map, but which could be our final map, is which I shall say. And it looks like the first ban is going to be that Bastion out of the way for Odyssey Hyperion, so they cannot run that again.
I mean, here's the problem with that. You've shut down Nexus's Bastion. Congratulations. We haven't seen him on like Soj, and that's what really scares me. You know, I don't know what it would look like. Oh, okay, a Kiriko ban from Hyperion is very interesting. That throw, ooh, that's got me thinking. What are your backline running now? Bapalucio Reinhardt on King's Row.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Are we back? Are we back like we never left?
Ana Lucio? Reinhardt? Oh.
I think I just got full body chills.
They dropped the two in the name, and we're back to Overwatch 1 comps, baby. Let's go. We'll see. I mean, the Ana's not banned anymore, so maybe they bring that out. Maybe they don't. I would not expect Ana Lucio backline in the year of our Lord 2026. But hey, crazier things have happened in CGL.
Stranger things have happened, some would say. I never did watch Stranger Things.
I've never watched Stranger Things either.
I watched a little bit of the first season, but then I kind of fell off for me a little bit. But maybe I'll check it out after this. I mean, we're gonna see Stranger Things, hopefully.
I didn't watch Game of Thrones till 2024.
I heard Game of Thrones ended very badly. Is this true?
Yeah, I stopped watching after. I stopped watching before the last season, which everyone hated. So.
No, well, I mean, hey, at least you got out at the right time. What is Defiant gonna be cooking up here now with the Kiriko gone? Huh.
Yes! Moira
Lucio. What year is it? Wait.
Yes! Wait, Venom, go back. Go back, Venom. Go on to Lucio.
Double hit scan from Odyssey is quite interesting.
Ooh, that
is very interesting.
I think you're seeing Burtfield just trying to have their Surfer moment, and then gonna move away from that. I'd expect
merry-go-round type situation. But 10 seconds left on the clock. The Rhine Mirror is going to be happening. We are back in the good old days. I'm interested to see how the Moira Lucio runs in this current year. Honestly.
Well, we'll have to see who gets the first fat shatter of 2026 CGL besides the GOATS tournament. But that doesn't count because that's not a multi-tier tournament. Is Burtfield already starting us off? We're coming in. Oh my goodness, we're bringing back all the hits back as we're coming through already. Odyssey Hyperion have already taken this first point.
Oh my god, please, Speed, I need this. This is... Oh, days. I mean, Aerial gets taken out almost immediately. They don't even... you got 10% ult charge, so I'm congratulating you. Unfortunately, they have first point. So, I'll take that trade any day of the week. I mean, the Mei is going to be so problematic for this Reinhardt. You get a nice pin onto that Ashe, and that's beautiful to see. But now they're going to try to push... I mean, they can hold arches now. They don't have a lot of time to really hold here without their... I'm not sure what the plan is. You can hold arches, you can build up ult charge and try to play for a really large ult fight here, but we'll have to see what happens.
We will indeed, as already building up. Both Rhines about to have Shatter. Shatter connects the three. They're coming through from Guy the Dude, and that's going to help us start up our APM Defiants start up their defense here.
Yeah, you can't see it, but my hands are raised right now. I'm pogging really hard. What a beautiful shatter there from Guy the Dude. Gets the difference onto the Reinhardt player, Baba. So now there's 4 minutes 50 on the clock. You've gotten rid of the time bank a little bit, but you did use one of your only ults. I guess you have a Coalescence here soon, and this Mei almost has Blizzard, and I don't know how you're gonna get out of this. If you're that Reinhardt's frozen. The the Ashe gets a pick onto the Moira. That's just gonna be another pick, and that defense crumbled pretty quickly.
Is now they come through. Yet Bochik finding Ozzy out. Looking for more here as Odyssey Hyperion as they're forcing back APM Defiance. Baba Yetsu's just all alone at third point. A take down Carrot and Cake. Do you like Carrot Cake?
I actually do like carrot cake.
Mm,
I do enjoy a little bit of carrot cake here and there. I like to say it's my daily serving of vegetables whenever I have it.
I currently don't really eat sweets is the problem. So yeah, trying to look good for my vacation in August.
Where
I'm going to Rome.
Oh, okay, nice fire strike. Gets carrot. Jeez Louise.
Great. Yeah, don't maintain difference. I love maintain difference. Shatter comes out. Baba Yetsu drops 3 down. Sound barrier. Did it get Ajax?
I think an Ajax from the Lucio is probably pretty low on terms of the worries that APM Defiants have right now. There's a 4-minute. This is looking a lot similar to Watchpoint Gibraltar, which is the thing because this is King's Row. But man, this is a problem. You have a shatter here from Guy the Dude that you have to go absolutely massive with it, and you have DPS ult, but I mean, and the shatter's blocked. That is very unfortunate. And now your Ryan's dead, and they're just gonna keep walking. Oh, geez, Louise.
Flats Pog in chat as I continue to maintain difference. Bobby Yetsu is just doing everything that Flats would love to see. Oh, what a nice boop coming in from Ozzy, though, as Cakes made the swap over to the Venture, got the Tectonic Shock out. Doesn't really find much value with it, but still, nonetheless, it does look like APM Defiance have control for the moment, but you did just lose Cake.
You lost Cake, and there goes Carrot. The 2 duo is going to be taken out of the fight. Venom finds another. There's another kill from Nexus on that Ash, and there's a Captive Sun just to tick off anybody who might touch the point. It misses on... Okay, you just blow him apart. Cake just got shattered with all the hate and force of 1,000 suns, and that's going to be a full cap with 3 minutes and 42 seconds. APM, this is not good.
Yeah, not good at all. Not good at all. They did not. They just didn't get their fat shatter, and you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to talk to someone until they had their fat shatter.
We could just go silent until somebody hits a fat shatter. we just go dead silent for for the entirety of the round until somebody hits a fat shatter.
I think
that could be interesting for my first time, but
I think our bosses would yell at us, to be completely honest.
They'd be like, "We just picked you up. What are you doing?"
I think our bosses would, in fact, yell at us if we just went silent for an entire round of Overwatch. But maybe they'd find the banter in it. But let's not. And say we did.
We're not going to. An interesting comp swaps up from APM Defiance. They're going to be running that Zarya Vendetta. They heard me talking about how that's a combination at the beginning of the stream, and they're like, you know what? Let's run it. I don't think they probably have ever run it before, but I mean, now's the time of now's as good a time as any to maybe make something work because nothing you've tried to so far has been hitting. So might as well just spitball until something sticks. We'll have to see how this comp plays out. Maybe they'll have a little bit more success on it.
And I mean, they look good on the Venture as well. So maybe the Vendetta is in the back pocket of Cake as well. We'll have to see. But right now, just waiting for whatever they really want to wait for, what their go sign is. And now they're going to rotate around statue and to onto the Reinhardt. Baba Yetsu is going to get a nice charge onto Guy the Dude, take them out, and now all alone on the point is Cake, and they're going to get taken down. Back to spawn goes APM Defiance.
Okay, they're going to give up on the idea of the Zarya really quickly. They're going to swap back over to the Reinhardt and the Venture also. So, all right, okay, back to the comp that we were on before. We experimented for a fight, but unfortunately... it didn't work, so now we're gonna give up and go back to what we were in before. I still don't know if I love this comp. I don't know if I love the Moira. Coalescence is definitely an ultimate of all time, especially playing into a Mei. and a Reinhardt that has Shatter already. I mean, okay, get your flats pogs ready for the Shatter from Baba. They are going to be going high ground now, trying to wrap to this high, and maybe something can be done here, but I don't know, man. Your time bank is already so much lower than Odyssey's.
Yeah, you're gonna try to speed boost across. Oh no, there goes Guy the Dude into the side of and they're down now. Ariel's out of the fight as well. Now you're all split up. May all wall coming in, and his cake is down. Guy's just gonna get shattered in the dome, taken down. Back to spawn goes APM Defiance.
Oh, I I don't I don't feel good casting this.
Yeah.
This is like the Simpsons meme, stop it, he's already dead. That's yeah.
Yeah.
Are about halfway to 4 ults, actually halfway to 5 ults. But I mean, you gotta hit something with it. There's a Bob in the back pocket of Odyssey. I mean, if they just keep getting random picks without any ult usage at all, then I mean, this is just gonna be another full hold for them.
We'll have to see. Carrot's made the swap over to the Cassidy. Now over the top. Oh, that's just an unfortunate. That's just a great Maywall coming in from Burtfield, right? Just separated everyone away. Carrot's all alone in the back line. They are going to get staggered to high heaven. Nice. As they come through with the fire strike, team kill comes in, and it's down to 1:20 on the board.
Yeah, this is not looking great. They're going to have a couple more, maybe 2 more goes at it. They need to build up ult charge. They need to kind of play slower than what they are. They need to build up their ults. They have this high noon available. They're close to Coalescence. You just cannot get randomly pinned. I'm begging on my hands and knees. There's the Blizzard, however, onto the Reinhardt, who's going to be taken down almost immediately. And now there's 4 players left. I think you need to kite. You need to get out of here while you still can. There's the high noon, however, which isn't going to be able to find any kills. Cake finds a kill in the Venom, however. I mean, maybe you kill that May. No, you do not. And I think that's going to be another hold for Odyssey, unless Cake can pull out a miracle here.
Well, Ariel's used Coalescence. Interestingly enough. Now, we haven't really been able to talk much about Odyssey because they've just been doing so well. Burtfield has been really good at this May, and I do want to highlight that before the end of this map. They have been great with those May walls.
I'm sure APM Defiant have one more heroic push in them in order to get this done. They have a Shatter. The Captive Sun comes out. The Shatter from the side of Odyssey doesn't hit anything. I don't know. You have to use your ults.
Captive Sun.
Ozzy just Ajaxed.
Yeah, that is just not what you wanted to see. Ozzy goes down to the Captive Sun. Baba Yatsu finds some more and more picks coming through from Odyssey Hyperion, and that is going to be that. 3-0 goes the way of the series. Odyssey Hyperion over APM Defiants.
Oh man, that is a beatdown. That is a very unfortunate situation here for APM Defiant. I think they have good pieces. I think they have, strong, they have potential. They have a lot of potential. They're a developmental team for sure. But they got to go back into the lab. They got to cook up a little bit more. And, maybe next time we see them, they can maybe beat Odyssey, next time we see them. Who knows? But right now, Odyssey is just going to be the winner at the end of the day. Quick 3-0. Nothing to talk home about either. I mean, good lord.
Yeah. We don't really have much more to say, but we do have a couple of an interview coming right after a short little break with someone from Odyssey Hyperion. Let's see if we have the name yet. No, we do not. So we'll be back after a short little break with someone from Odyssey Hyperion for a winner's interview. So stick around. You won't want to miss that. Hello, everyone. Welcome back as we are in with a winner's interview of Venom from Odyssey. First off, Venom, congratulations on the first victory of the young CGL season.
Thank you. The first ever one.
Oh, perfect. That's great. Your first CGL victory, Mega's first CGL cast. We're getting a lot of firsts out today. I want to talk about the dev report from today. Did you what was your initial reactions, especially with the 5 new heroes that are coming out immediately?
Well, I mean, in the team I'm currently in, I've really found my main character, and I feel like my characters are just gonna go to waste right now. So I have to relearn the whole meta again. I mean, this game showed that we had it unlocked, and now I feel like these new characters are kind of shake everything up. I think we'll be able to do it.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. At least you have till week 3 till those are available in CGL.
My quick question for you is I'm looking at y'all's team sheet right now, and a lot of the players that were in today were subs, and so now I'm wondering, you guys absolutely obliterated APM Defiants, and so now I'm wondering, is this your guys' new starting lineup, or is this you at 1% of your power?
No, this is not our team at all. So I'm actually the flex DPS player, but our DPS player wasn't able to make it, and neither was our main support. So then Owl got moved down to main support, and then Baba Yidu is just this is a second time ever playing with him on tank. So this is a very new look to the team. That's not even permanent.
Oh, so this is you at 1% of your power, huh?
Yes, this is not us with our full team.
Okay, all right. That's scary.
Yeah, it is very scary. Especially, I want to talk about your 2 DPS that we're playing today, Nexus and Burtfield. They were on a different level. I really liked the May, but I want to talk about Nexus on that Ash on second map, right on Watchpoint Gibraltar. It felt like they were hitting everything, and on your defense, were you guys specifically playing Protect the President with Nexus?
It kind of just worked that way. I mean, it wasn't specifically just hard pocket Nexus, but since we were able to play our roles so efficiently and hold our own post, you would say, Nexus was just able to sit height for free while everybody did their own role and just give him unlimited reign of height.
I mean, he popped off on watch point. That was pretty disgusting out of him. And so I guess my question for you is, this was a pretty dominant win, and it wasn't with your full roster. And so now I have to ask, what's next for you guys? Because I saw you guys on that Reinhardt comp. Are you guys going to try to expand more? Are you guys just going to be known as the dominant Rhine team? What are y'all going to be cooking up in scrims? And obviously, don't leak strats, of course. But
Yeah.
What's next?
Right now we have our strong suits, I'd say, and we're really trying to expand with the current players we have on the team. We're trying to see which players at which positions will let us play other comps at the same level as our strong suits. So we're really just looking for flexibility within our own team, trying to get every player at their max potential.
Very mature response, Venom. Before we send you off here, this is your floor. Shout out whoever you want.
You know what? I want to shout out my day one. His name is Coast, and he's the reason why I'm playing this game. And Tony. I like Tony. That guy's cool.
All right. Now you can go celebrate with your roster, and again, congratulations on your first CGL victory of the season.
Thank you.
I mean, it was just good stuff from Venom, right? I mean, a really mature response to your last question there was huge as well. And I'm really excited to see how far this Odyssey roster can go, especially if they can come into the know-how of how to play these 5 new heroes that are coming through. Like Venom said, he thinks it's going to really change up how the game is played. So I'm excited to see their adaptations coming forward.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. With the 5 new heroes into the pool immediately available off rip, it's going to definitely shake things up in terms of what's good. Unless, there is a world in which all 5 of them suck. That's a world. There's a world. There's a world.
There's definitely a world where that happens, but usually Overwatch heroes, when they first come out, they're incredibly broken.
Yeah, I did watch Jetpack Cat take somebody just off the edge, and there was nothing they could do about it. So,
yes. Jetpack Cat supremacy.
Jetpack Cat supremacy. What is up with these supports being animals? That's so, Marvel Rivals, Overwatch, whatever. But I mean, really dominant stuff. Honest to God, it kind of scared me a little bit when Odyssey said that this wasn't their full roster. This wasn't them main rolling. This wasn't them he's on BAP. He put in 2 subs. I mean, if Nexus is the sub, what's the starting guy looking like, right? That's I would be scared about Odyssey if I was other teams, truly.
I would have to agree with you, right? And I think especially with how level-headed they're taking this, I do expect big things from Odyssey going forward, but we'll have to see. That's why games are played, and this is only week number 1. So make sure you follow all the CGL channels. I believe we have 1 through 4, CGL 1, CGL _2, CGL 3, CGL _4. Maybe, I don't remember. But make sure to follow those first 3 at least. And then if you want, join the Discord. It's console OW on Discord, discord.gg/console OW. And then follow us on Twitter as well, console gaming LG. I think it's console gaming LG. Am I right? Let me triple check before I. Yeah, console gaming LG. So for updates and whatnot, to see for more streams, and then from then on, hopefully to see you back. But it has been me, Joker's Ransom, him, Mega Ninja 44. Thank you all for watching, and wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.